Thou shalt not weareth garments of white beyond Labor Day. I bet that's what you thought this video was going to be like, right? But instead, we'll be sharing with you our 10 style tenets we believe everyone interested in classic style should take to heart. Be sure to write your own style commandments in the comments to see how they compare to ours. Number 1. Fit comes first. Is this one much of a surprise? It's okay if you can't afford the nicest clothes, or if you still are trying to figure out what you do and don't like, because looking elegant comes more from understanding how your clothes should fit. So take advantage of our many guides that explain what signs of good fit you should be looking for. Getting your clothing to fit properly may require some alterations, or require that you replace some things that just will never fit right. But learning how to master this principle will have you looking better than you ever thought possible, since even cheap clothes that fit properly will look way better than expensive ones that don't. Just how much does fit impact how you look? Let's use today's outfit as an example. Today I'm wearing a blue houndstooth jacket with a blue and white striped shirt, navy pants, Fort Belvedere shadow striped socks, navy boots, and a fun contrasting pocket square with a lot of different accents of burgundy, brown, and different blues. And to accent everything, I'm also wearing a fun signature ring as well. And for fragrance, we have on Giordino Boboli from Roberta Ugolini. Number 2, purchase for longevity you can afford. If you want to look your best, focus your attention on quality purchases over quantity. When it comes to classic style, it's worth treating your clothes like they're an investment. And while it's no secret quality often has a much higher upfront cost, it will last longer and simply will look better than buying inexpensive but poorly made products, provided of course that the quality justifies the cost. It's important to also note that less expensive isn't inherently bad, and many inexpensive things can have good value. That's why we have a whole video series dedicated to helping you discern genuine value. And you can always find bargains through thrifting with enough knowledge and patience. Leading to our next point. Number 3, buy for quality, not brands. You don't need to buy an all bespoke wardrobe from the most famous Savile Row tailoring houses in order to be considered gentlemanly or well dressed. We don't even do that, as much as we wish that we could. One of the easiest traps to fall into is mistaking a brand name, fancy advertising, or celebrity endorsements for guaranteed quality. It's far more important to value the construction and materials behind the products themselves over their label or marketing. Many are surprised to learn that the fashion houses and name brands everyone knows aren't always well made. Instead, it's far better to understand why something is valuable. That being said, there's nothing wrong with having some brand loyalty, provided that brand has earned your loyalty through quality of the products that they offer. But how can you tell if something is actually a quality product? We have numerous guides with hallmarks to consider. Number 4, understand legacy and history. It's often said that those who don't learn from history make the same mistakes. And in fashion, that's just the truth. The rules and conventions in classic style exist for a reason and have been developed through the ages to help you. Once you get a feel for the history behind why things are the way they are, the better able you'll be to appreciate those rules as guardrails, safeguarding your journey along the classic style highway as you develop your own style while learning from the past. Number 5, the rules aren't everything. An ironic sentiment for a commandment list, huh? But even after understanding all the rules and history behind classic menswear staples, you'll soon realize that rules aren't everything. Often rules like no brown in town made sense 300 years ago, when there was a very rigid distinction between urban and country life mixed in with equally strict Victorian etiquette. But that same rule is just plain silly today. Once you understand the whys behind why certain rules exist, you can then make informed decisions about when and how to break them, and create more memorable and creative outfits in the process that really showcase your tastes and personality. Number 6, dress for yourself, not for others or society. There exists a strong social pressure to conform to trends and styles that those around you are more comfortable with. And in modern day context, this means that many social forces are acting against you when you make a deliberate effort to dress up, especially when you're doing so only for your own enjoyment. In many ways, it's fair to say that modern society simply does not want you to dress up, which is an interesting reversal from the past. But classic style and suiting remains an equally valid of a form of self-expression as any popular clothing style today. So if you want to dress up for your own happiness, have the confidence to do so, regardless of people who might be surprised or confused by your choice. Trust us, we're very accustomed to comments like, "Where's the wedding?" when we just happen to be out and about in a suit. And we know that some people who dress up encounter unfair assumptions about elitism or snobbery. But we've generally found that when you dress with genuine confidence, people won't think that you're affected or show off, and may even be inspired to try dressing up themselves. We'll also note that there is plenty of room for personal expression within classic style. So whether your classic style looks like an English country gentleman or a Peacock Revolution dandy, you are free to dress up as you please to express yourself, while always keeping our next point in mind, of course. Number 7. Being a gentleman isn't just about clothes. An important aspect of classic style is that you're respecting others through how you dress. So building on our last point, even if you enjoy wearing a tuxedo, you shouldn't wear one to a wedding with a casual dress code. Not only because by attending an event you agree to abide by the dress code, but because you want to respect your hosts. Plus, you don't want to be mistaken for the groom. Having an interest in classic style isn't just about the aesthetics of looking vintage or old money in some people's eyes. It's a way of life with values that help our community and build mutual respect. It's important to remember the values behind being a gentleman, like honesty, integrity, equality, and being nobler than your former self, are universal traits we should all strive for. And while elegance and refinement are part of the appeal behind classic style, they come second to these principles, which seek to make everyone we encounter feel respected, including our fellow classic style devotees. So while you are on your own personal style journey, be kind to and respectful of the journeys of others, even if their journey looks different from yours. Nitpicking, gatekeeping, and one-upmanship are some of the worst things that can happen in any niche community, and we certainly don't want them as part of classic style. Number 8. Care for your clothing. Given that many classic menswear items are investment pieces, basic maintenance will significantly improve how you look over time and help the longevity of your clothes. Maintenance takes many forms, from remembering to roll up a tie after wearing it to understanding how best to wash particular fabrics. But oftentimes, these practices are much easier than you might think. And even the more time-consuming tasks, like polishing shoes, are worth the time investment to ensure that you get good returns on your financial investments. So ironing a stylish shirt isn't as much fun as wearing a stylish shirt. A big part of that stylish fun does rely on keeping that shirt looking its very best. Number 9. Have fun. As you get more serious about classic style, it's easy to get caught up in hoarding choice pieces, becoming hypercritical with how things fit on you, freaking out about even the tiniest stains, and so on. While there is a lot of practical, real-world perks that come with being well-dressed, dressing well is largely a personal choice that you should enjoy. So if you ever find yourself not enjoying the act of dressing up, pause, breathe, and remember, you're doing this because you want to, so have fun. If concerns about classic style are coming from external sources that are putting you down, we apologize and know how you feel. We've suffered through our fair share of very critical comments about fit and style choices. But for every mean comment, we've received countless positive ones that make us forget every snide statement. Plus, at the end of the day, it's only the other people who are extremely passionate about classic menswear who will notice all the minutiae behind your outfit. And if they're true gentlemen, as discussed in our earlier point, they won't put you down. So don't get overly concerned with having every single thing you own be absolutely perfect at all times. Nothing is ever going to fit 100% perfectly on you, especially since bodies change over time. So don't beat yourself up too much if things are just good sometimes instead of perfect. What really matters is, are you enjoying yourself in the clothes you wear? Number 10, be true to yourself. As we hope we have illustrated throughout this video, classic style isn't just one thing. It's a lot of variations and formalities, purpose and goals behind garments, accessories, and dress codes, and so many ways to navigate them based on your personal style. We've even identified 5 different types of classic style gentlemen. You can learn what kind you are by taking our quiz. Classic style is therefore a collection of broad guidelines that have stood the test of time, precisely because they can be suited to a wide range of body types, cultures, and personalities, and are intended to be a help and not a hindrance to your personal style. So we'll summarize this final commandment by saying, make sure you're wearing your clothes and not that your clothes are wearing you. How did our list of commandments compare to yours? Let us know in the comments.